I'm Selihah, and going to be talking about rape today. And the society that we live in today, rape is a really big issue, and it's one of the crimes that's talked about a lot, in the media, on social networking sites and everything. And when the topic of rape comes up, a lot of thought is given to who's to blame, what is rape attributed to. And I've been noticing on blogs and different surveys and stuff like that that there's a consensus that says that women are less likely to get raped if they're dressed less provocatively. So my claim is that that's false. And the main reason why that's false is because rape is a crime of violence. It's about aggression. It's about dominating the other person. It's not, it's not about sex. So there's this anti-rape march and protest called Slut Walk. I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard about it. It's a nationwide protest. So it goes on in places like, LA, DC, Chicago. And so basically what this is women who have been sexually assaulted and raped, they march the streets in the clothing that they were wearing the night or the day that they got raped, the exact same outfit, because of course that stays with them. So in these walks, women had a wide range of outfits on. There were women who were wearing pajamas. There were women who were running jogging clothes. There were women who were wearing business suits. And of course, you had women in, spandex, and you had women in heels. But that's to say that these women who were raped were not only wearing things that were, what you would deem provocative. Holly Curl, which is, she's a feminist author who wrote a book called Stop Street Harassment. She went through 12 outfits deciding what she was going to wear the day of Slut Walk, because there were so many things that she's been assaulted in. She's been assaulted in, like I said, a business suit, and she's been assaulting, while she's gone jogging. And those are two different outfits that I'm sure we can all agree we wouldn't consider provocative. According to the Bureau of Justice statistics, 2/3 of women are raped by non-strangers. These are family members, family friends, and acquaintances. And I think that it's safe to say that a lot of these, it's unlikely that these women are seen by the suspected rapist. It's unlikely that these women are seen in provocative clothing when they see these people, because they're family members, they're friends. Another big reason why I think that women are not more likely to get raped because of what they're wearing is the fact that rape is a premeditated act. A lot of research has gone into something like that, and an associate professor in sociology at the University of Minnesota says that the vast majority of rapes are premeditated. So the rapist intended on raping the victim, and I'm sure he didn't have some image in his head of what she was going to have on, because I'm sure the rapist was going to rape whoever he was going to rape regardless of what she was wearing. Because like I said, it's a crime of violence, it's a crime of aggression. And a lot of times women are raped because, the reason why they're raped by people that they know is because it's a matter of accessibility. You can get to those women easier because you know them, you know someone who knows them, so they're easier to get to. I was thinking of like a hypothetical example. If there's a little girl who is without her parents walking down the street and a rapist sees her, and on that same street there's a woman who maybe has on a short skirt and some heels, and she's walking around with her friends, who do you think is more likely to be raped? I think it's the little girl, because since it's a crime of power, he can dominate her easier than he can dominate the woman. So, in conclusion, rape is a crime that is fueled by power and aggression. not sex. So the rapist inherently seeks to prey on someone that he is likely to dominate, that's easy to control, and that's why the claim that women are more likely to be raped because of provocative clothing is false. Thank you.
You guys missed out on most of the conversation. We talked about this for 20 or 30 minutes after class the other night. This went a lot better than I thought it was going to. I think you did a pretty good job trying to focus in on the issue that you really wanted to talk about. And I think you got that across pretty well. And so it's a lot less confusing than it was when we were talking about it the other night. So I'm happy about that. It needs a little bit more structure, though. I can tell that there are supporting claims in the speech, but they aren't numerically signposted. They come up kind of randomly. There's no preview of what the content is. And I think if you went back over it, you could fix that really easy, and it would make it so much easier for the audience to follow, because the stuff is there. It's just not been highlighted very clearly. And remember, this is an oral communication skill that we're working on, and you got to help audiences a little bit. Not that these people are lazy. I'm sure that they're all paying close attention. But at the end of the evening, a lot of times people, they need a little bit of extra help. And so I think that there's something that's problematic there. I think you did a good job kind of explaining what your assumption was and kind of explaining what the controversy was. I think you've got a good example here with the slut walk, and it seems to me like there's got to be some reporting on this that would give you a lot more access to information, too, that you could have put into the speech. So if you'd done some follow-up on that, I think you'd get a little bit, in addition to a couple of examples, you might also find some commentary from experts that are talking about the very issue that you're discussing, and I think that would have helped enhance your argument. There are a couple of other pieces of information that I thought were solid that you presented. I'm not exactly sure that I was convinced about the premeditated nature of rape, although you do have a quote that talks about that. I'm not exactly sure that the analysis, for instance, of acquaintance rape and clothing as being separate items. I think there's a big assumption that you're making in there that is a little bit problematic, but I can see how you're trying to reach those conclusions. I thought you did a very nice job talking to the audience and just trying to explain yourself, and that goes a long way to creating some credibility for your argument as well. All right, thank you very much.